What it do? You feel me? It's your boy Q got me there. You know what I'm saying? We're here for part 2 of my boy Raph. You feel me? Go ahead, introduce yourself.
What's up? It's Raphael Brooks II, the artist, the visionary, the innovator, all the positive compliments I could give myself, I would.
Hey man. Oh, I forgot to introduce, the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Look, Josh has some things going on, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be me and Raph. Welcome to IWK Keyboards Podcast, you know what I'm saying? Clap it up. I'll add some claps and some, y'all know what I'm talking about.
They got the vibes.
Hell yeah. But shit, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, bro. How are you?
Shit, busy with life and its frequencies.
I feel that, bro.
I was about to say, bro, I was going to see if I can touch, get in touch deeper with, how you move and things of that nature, like, what you believe in and shit like that. Because I know we touched a little bit on, first I'm going to tell you this, people on social love, love how you speak, you feel me?
Thank you.
The way you're enlightening, they liking it up, they commenting, so you bring in something to the world, so they really fuck with it, and we fuck with it too, so we appreciate you for that.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the acknowledgement.
For sure. We got to get the flowers out while we can. But yeah, bro, I was trying to see like let's start off with frequencies, bro. What's your belief about that? How do you move around frequencies? Because a lot of people don't even acknowledge what that is. It's just sounds.
What do you mean by that specifically?
Like frequencies can change your mood. Frequencies can do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I think some people do what's that little bowl thing? I don't know.
Oh
what
yeah,
the fuck that
there's
is.
like that sound bowl, and you have like it's like a weird. It's not like a spoon, but it's like a mallet type shit, and like people like do sound healing through it.
It's like you
exactly
doing
what
something
you're
to a
talking
nipple. You ever licked a nipple?
Yeah.
It's basically like
I
that.
know.
Yeah, like that's what I'm talking about. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Frequencies can affect a lot of things in the way what you listen to, what you're around can really affect, you know what I'm saying, how you move throughout, your whole life. So shit, what are your thoughts on frequencies?
Well, the universe, to understand the keys to the universe, you understand that everything's energy, frequency, and vibration. Sound is frequency or vibration, and it's measured through hertz. And there's certain hertz that things are mixed in that are unnatural human sounds, and there's certain things that are natural. For example, like in like the 30s or 40s or whatever in the music industry, when they were trying to put mass produce music, they would put it on the records and stuff, and to actually be able to fit the track onto the actual record, they'd have to mix it at 440 hertz to fit the entire file on the track or whatever. And so that was an unnatural frequency. More natural frequencies of hertz, like 432 hertz. But basically, like, frequencies and hertz can affect you because they put, like, for example, you can put like different hertz or like a speaker by water. The water is going to vibrate. Your body is 70% water. It vibrates. Everything has a chemical reaction to such. So like different positive or negative frequencies have a large impact on your mind and your subconscious, and whatever. Music can reprogram your subconscious mind. So like it's like the saying, you are what you eat, you are what you listen to. Like that is being regurgitated into your subconscious mind. And there's different frequencies that are positive or negative. For example, if like a positive, like there's like they say like there's certain Bob Marley songs and John Lennon songs that can move sand on paper and shit.
What the hell? Sand on paper?
Yeah, look it up.
Oh, shit. I got on my mind to look up a lot of things after the podcast. 'Cause what the hell, sand on paper?
Yeah, it's kind of weird how it works, but it's cool because everything is frequency, energy, vibration.
I mean, when I was thinking about the frequencies, I was thinking about how hip hop is a big leader in the music community. Do you think that's also a certain thing, how the frequencies in hip hop music is? And
yeah,
cause I know about like I think what drums or something from Africa.
Yeah,
like, so it's just something with that too. I'm not really well versed on these certain situations, but
well, speaking of drums, African drum language is the original form of communication. We communicate much more purely through expression than words. I think words often get in the way of how we truly feel. But if a child is crying, you know exactly how they feel. Children's communication is much simpler. Like they cry, dad, I just shitted myself, or dad, I just, I'm sad, or I just hurt myself, or I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And like rapping, you're actually creating a drum pattern through words. And so hip hop specifically is based on the breaks and percussion and drum. Like the original hip hop, they were sampling the drum breakdowns of like disco songs or different funk songs or soul songs or reggae songs or whatever, and like as the drum breakdown. So everything in hip hop is drum based. Like trap, like the main thing that really, because there's not really that much of a difference between trap and like more traditional hip hop is just drums.
Right, and the fact, because when I listen to a lot of music, bro, I've really just gotten really deeper into house and shit like that, because I'm DJing and I'm trying to be a full format DJ.
Yeah.
But when I'm looking online, it's like, how we do Rolling Loud and things of that nature. That's cool, but when like these other festivals with this other music, and you can have remixes in it, but they're mostly just instruments, synths, fucking hard ass drums and house music. So it's like they have a big thing over there. So I'm really just trying to understand how all of this shit is connected. It's kind of crazy because I didn't know how big house was.
Yeah, house was actually the #1 charting genre from the 90s and 2000s. A lot of people don't know that.
I did not know that.
House music, it comes from Chicago, and it's one of the foundational EDM genres. A lot of people don't realize, like, all EDM is black music, too. Like, techno comes from niggas in Detroit. The techno is faster than house. If you hear them Detroit type beats, the rap beats, like, they have that fast kind of sound to them. Like, that's some techno shit. Or like Miami, they had this thing, the Miami bass. It's largely popularized the use of the 808 the way we use it now, and like twerking and shit. Well, twerking also started in like New Orleans with like bounce music. So like there's Afrobeat, there's like Jamaica is like dance hall. They're all kind of different cultural interpretations of the same thing, but at the end of the day, it's just dance music. The only real difference is that there's different speeds to them, and they kind of use different instruments for each shit, but it's kind of the same thing.
Hey man, I was about to say, so is there any genres, you know what I'm saying, you can let us in on the music you're making now? Is there any genres you're trying to get into, or you want to get into the future?
Yeah, I'm very versatile. I will do really any type of music because I love music. I'm not like the type of person that limits myself to like one genre or one style or anything. Like I'll go from listening to like Janet Jackson to like Gucci Mane to like fucking Pink Floyd to like Prince to like Kanye to like fucking random ass shit that like seems unrelated, but like I listen to pretty much everything. But what I've been working on right now is like it's this EP that I'm working on, and it's actually house inspired. Not all of it is house, but like I think that would be like the foundational core kind of genre to it that kind of like makes it all fit together. But I'm mixing a lot of vibes in there. There's some soul vibes, there's some R&B vibes, there's some like some fucking rock vibes.
Shit.
Like it's real versatile. I'm trying a lot of different shit. I like to mix things together because even like the origin of hip hop, they were like just mixing different genres together. It's kind of meant to be like a musical melting pot. So like I like to mix things, but it's lots of feel good music. 'Cause a lot of my music can be real like serious or sometimes really dark, or there's a message to it. Not that I don't have feel good or happy songs, but I would definitely say I have a lot more songs that would probably be more serious or topic focused. And this is like there's topics to it, but it's less in the sense of like my album was, where I was just addressing a lot of different subjects regarding the world or personal subjects. Versus this is like feel good music shit that made me happy, and I was just I'm excited to share it with y'all.
Hey man, do we have a date on it yet?
I do.
Can you tell us? I'll take that. I'll take that as a no.
No. Because
Hey,
people
man.
be stealing my ideas, that's why I'm not going to tell the name either. I'm watching y'all niggas stealing my shit.
Damn, niggas really be stealing your shit.
Yeah. But not really. I just be saying that.
I was about to say, bro. Like,
Kind of,
damn.
though. Kind of.
Yeah. You
I
have
be hearing my, like, things that I say and other people's shit, but I see it more. Imitation is flattery.
I was about to
It's
say.
also annoying, though.
True. Do you think would you consider yourself underground?
I mean, yeah. Because people don't know who I am yet, so.
But do you feel accepted by the underground?
Well, yeah, but I don't always put myself out there the way that I probably could to where I would really feel the full effect of it. But because I also just be in my own world. But yeah, I do feel accepted by the underground because whenever I do put myself out there and when I do fuck with niggas fuck with me regardless of what I'm doing or talking about. And so I just think real recognize real. People respect authentic expression. They know I'm just being myself. I'm not trying to project an image or give you this false perception of who I am. It's just me, and I just am who I am, and I'm it.
That's the best thing you can be, bro. I was about to say, when it comes to your creative process, bro, how do you create without being too influenced by other things and start replicating? You know what I'm saying? Like kind of copying art. You know what I'm saying?
There's lots of copy and paste music.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of copy and paste music, but there's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of visuals, information, music. Like there's a shit ton of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have, you know what I'm saying, the idea that you seen from somebody else, but you got to make your own. So what makes your music and what you do different from what everybody else does?
That's a very good question. I think it's just the easiest way to do that is just to simply there's always going to be a certain level of influence that is somewhat evident in people's music because everybody is inspired by somebody else, and any artist that sits here and wants to act like they're not inspired by people is fucking lying to you. They're full of shit. People like to act like they're not inspired by people, and that like fucking drives me insane, bro. I'm like, you didn't just start making music and then just, like from nowhere, like you had to hear that shit to know that you like it. So there's always gonna be a certain level of like, I think influence that is a little bit evident, and like over time you develop your own sound. But I don't necessarily the way I feel like I do it is because I have a very distinct personality and I know how to put myself into things. And I know that's probably a little bit vague, but I think if you know how to like identify what makes your personality distinct or your voice distinct or your feelings or perspective distinct, and you know how to like express that, then that's how you do it. Cause it's like, I'm not like I'll talk about certain things that people are talking about, but I don't talk about, like, everybody kind of talks about, it's not like I'm talking about some things that have never been spoken on before. Like, I'll make love songs or songs about self-love or fucking domestic abuse or just family shit or like loss or grief or worldly type shit, like what's happening in the world or fucking aliens or some shit. But like, it's not like I'm the first person to talk about those things. I just think I talk about it my way.
And your way is the best way, man. You gotta
The way.
You gotta really make yourself different when it comes to creating anything. You know what I'm saying? If you're creating something, it's an art.
Yeah.
So the way you handle your art, you know what I'm saying, it's going to depend on how everybody else perceives it.
Yeah.
You can't just copy and paste, bro. You cannot. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody has to be a game banger, bro.
Yeah, I won't say too much about that, but like, because like I just think, well, it's just the wave right now, and I think people just like to, not even just with the gangbang shit. I think what comes, a lot of things that come with being a rapper. People chase a lifestyle, and a lot of people aren't really actually caring about music. They just want the lifestyle or the money, without understanding 1 million streams is only worth like $4,000. And then most of the artists that get 1 million streams, most of them don't own their music. So where is that money actually going to? And then why is the label or the streaming services, why is it like one sale. Like people always talk about first week sales. When was the last time you bought a fucking album? Why do we still talk about that? Like the one sale of streams is like 1,000 something streams is one sale. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It's just an excuse to not pay people. So I'm not blaming the artists for a lot of them not being. I'm not fully compensated. None of us are fully compensated for what we should be getting paid based on how much the streaming companies make off of it versus what they're actually doing, which is not a lot. They just created algorithms that have been there. They don't, and then just absorb people's money. But I don't know. I feel it's a little bit off topic. But.
No, you straight, bro. This is you know what I'm saying. This is a shared platform, bro. Whatever you want to talk about, bro, we here to talk about it.
Yeah.
You was hitting a great point. Do you see yourself being signed anytime in the future? Or are you going fully independent Russ style?
I would prefer to go fully independent. I actually have had opportunities for distribution before in the past, but it was like during periods of time when I wasn't like fully focused on music.
Damn.
And also like it was this, I don't remember the name of the company, but it was like a subsidiary of Universal, and the dude had like pictures with him and like Mike Tyson and shit. And he worked with some artists, but like I don't know, he was like kind of an asshole. He was like threatening me if I don't respond fast enough. I was like, you got me fucked up, bro. I ain't even active like that right now. And then you got me fucked up threatening me and shit like I'm some little boy. Like, yeah, I'm young, but I'll fucking kill you, bro. And so just keep fucking with me. Like people always like to niggas want to talk about that murder rap and shit. Just talking.
Hey man, hey bro. I was gonna say, how do you handle? You know what I'm saying? Because we've all had highs and lows in whatever profession we're in. How do you not get, you know what I'm saying, engulfed in the hype? You know what I'm saying? Just taking the first deal or taking, you know what I'm saying, the first opportunity when it may not be the best. You know, some people kind of, you always heard the saying that some people be so fucked up they'll take.
They're acting out of desperation.
Yeah, take $5,000 up front, but lose everything else. You know what I'm saying, in the back end. So it's like, how do you separate yourself from that and not just get engulfed in the fame and shit?
Well, I'm not necessarily motivated by fame or money. I definitely want money, and I care about having a platform. I don't really necessarily care about being famous. If someone seems pretty annoying, actually. But like, that's a good question. I just because it's easy to get wrapped up in ego. It's like especially if people give you constantly are like telling you like, oh, how great you are, or like, this and that, like constant compliments or dick riding or whatever. It's easy to get wrapped up in that. And I don't really blame people for doing that because, when you make something, you want it to, I don't blame people for wanting that acceptance or whatever. Like, I think that's very natural. But, like, when it comes from a business perspective, you just also have to understand the concept of leverage and that these companies have much more leverage over you than you do them. And it's a much better situation to where you have more leverage over them because at the end of the day, they can only really do so much for you. They can put you in front of things, but people have to naturally gravitate towards you. And so that's something you have to do yourself, and they can't really do that for you.
You're not fucking wrong. You're not fucking wrong.
Because they can put something in front of your face as much as they want to. It doesn't mean people are going to. It doesn't mean it's going to actually stick.
Oh, yeah, you got to have longevity. Drake, oh, my God.
Drake like,
I don't know what the fuck that nigga did.
The thing with him is he has a really good team around him that also, like, he knows how to, like, stay with, like, his, like, vibe and his, like, things that you know him for with, like, just enough kind of growth for you to, like, remain interested, and it's, like, generally relatable. That's the other thing. A lot of artists, they chase an image to the point they become unrelatable. And, like, you have to remember that people are humans, and most of that sensationalized shit people don't actually relate to. And that is actually why, for as big as we think rap is, it's actually losing traction because it's becoming oversaturated with people talking about the same thing that if you look at the Spotify top 200 songs streamed or whatever, It used to be a few years ago that at least 100 to 150 of them were rap songs. Like last year, only 3 of them were this decade's rap songs.
That us?
Yes.
Oh shit.
And it's because people don't actually relate to hyper sensationalized shit. People are humans and we're going through it. I don't want to hear you talk shit to me about money when most of y'all niggas getting fucked anyways. And, you know, that's not really your money. It's label money. That's loan money.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand
Well,
that.
yeah, that's their thing, but I don't blame people for not understanding that because a lot of people aren't raised around business people. That's my answer to your question earlier about how do I navigate business. I was raised by business people. My dad is a businessman, and I've always been around business people or people with a lot of money. Even when my dad didn't always have a lot of money, I would always be around. Make sure I'd be around business people, around people money. I went to with him to a bunch of meetings. He was a real estate developer. He developed the largest physician-owned hospital in America, and you know, then the market for that went out, and then it became illegal to have physician-owned hospitals. So now they're all like corporate or government because you know healthcare is bullshit. But like especially American healthcare. But so I've been around business people. I'm still around business people. So I guess I'm more accustomed to watching how business people fuck each other, which is all of them.
I mean, the rich gotta stay rich, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. The type of loopholes and shit they got them damn selves is like shit.
Maybe on some other shit.
You gotta stay on top, bro. Once you at the top, you gotta stay on top, bro. So you might
because getting there is the easy part. Staying there is the hard part.
What? And you might have to kick some people down. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Even the people you came up with. You know what I'm saying? Because people are accustomed to a certain lifestyle, bro, and they worship money.
They do worship money, and like once people start getting that money, like they have this glutton. They become gluttonous and greedy and fat. You know, metaphorically speaking, off of like their consumption. They start consuming a lot more, and people in America in general were consumption junkies. I'm a consumption junkie in the sense of I really like shows and movies and shit. I watch the fuck out of some shit. But, you know, all Americans to a certain extent are consumption junkies. It's kind of the way our society is set up. And so, like, yeah.
I was about to say, shit. You ever see yourself buying jewelry?
I mean, I'm not huge on. I'm not materialistic, and that way I would buy jewelry, but it's not something that I would like put a lot of focus or energy towards. But I would buy jewelry. It's just not something that's that important to me. I'd buy cars probably more than I'd buy jewelry, and I don't even care about cars like that. But I would definitely buy cars before I would buy more jewelry. I would just buy earrings and like necklaces and shit, like some cool shit. You know, I might get a grill or whatever, not a permanent one, but you know, some nice shit.
Fuck them permanent ones. After I seen Kodak, it was either Quavo or Kodak. I was like, fuck no.
Niggas got like no teeth and
bro,
shit.
None, nigga, none. Shark tooth, nigga, Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I'm not doing it. You not finna fuck up my teeth.
Like you just bit some train tracks and some
fuck
shit.
no. No, bro. I'm not doing that, bro.
Yeah.
So, here's one thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? We wanna use this platform to inform others. So you are an artist yourself. You are on the come up.
Yes, sir.
What would be some advice you would give to other artists on the come up?
Be yourself, and don't become discouraged. If you know, because I think a lot of artists fuck up by thinking that immediately they're supposed to blow up. And I think also just due to social media, our generation in general, everything is at your fingertips all the time. So we expect immediate gratification, and that, you know, business doesn't work like that. Big money does not work like that. Like, unless them lottery situations are, you know, fucking rare as fuck. It is at the time period of where it's like much easier to make money than probably ever. But at the same time, you know, you have to, like, I'll hear people, you know, they become discouraged if, like, you know, just something doesn't go their way immediately. And, you know, I definitely understand because I've been doing music for a while now. And, you know, you just sort of have to develop a thick skin to shit like that. And also develop a very, very resilient and strong patience. So be patient and get used to delayed gratification.
You're not goddamn wrong. You're not goddamn wrong.
Like, for example, Future was rapping for like 11 years before he popped off or some shit. Like 8 to 11 years. I've been rapping for like 6 years, 5 years, more seriously. And then I kind of had my off periods, but I really started probably around this time in 2016. That's 6 years ago.
Shit, man, your ass been rapping for a long ass time, bro.
Yeah, that's why I'm so good, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta put in that time, man. You gotta put in that time. Some people do launch off, you know what I'm saying, after a month or some change. It happens.
But it's not a realistic expectation is all.
And then like we said, once you get there, you gotta stay there. AKA Ice Spice. She rolls up. Nah, she gotta stay there.
I actually listened to her songs for the first time yesterday. I had only heard like the snippets on social media. I never took the time to like. Cause I was like, she's just some pretty girl.
Type shit. So what do you think?
Just some pretty girl.
So you saying she can't rap?
She's just some pretty girl.
Wow.
No disrespect. There's lots of very beautiful, talented women that are way better.
Her versus Megan Thee Stallion.
Her Megan is a lot better, but I don't want to like, because it sounds like I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm just very passionate about music, and I have very strong opinions and objective opinions, and I'm not above criticism either. Like if somebody doesn't like something I make or something, like I can accept it. So I don't want to come off like I'm hating on her. I wish her nothing but success and longevity and everything, But that's my honest opinion. It's not that hard to rap on a drill beat. You can just get a catchy flow, and like the lyrics are pretty generic or whatever. And not like everything I say is hella fucking profound either. So I'm not trying to be like come off like a superiority complex or hating. I'm not hating. I'm just saying my honest opinion. 'Cause a lot of people be bullshitting opinions, especially when it comes to like women and shit. I tell you exactly what I think.
All right, man. So we trying to get deeper into, what I'm saying, how you creating shit. So tell me about, the certain vibe you have to have in the room when you record, and how, what's your recording process?
My recording process is pretty simple because usually by the time that I start recording, I'd have already rapped it to myself or memorized it a lot. It's like certain songs, like I'm like, damn, because like that flow is gonna be a little bit difficult. The right side of my jaw don't really fully connect to my face actually, so I'd be trying to after use like my front facial muscles. A lot of people. Like, I have, like, a rest. Sometimes I'll have that thing. Like, that thing where that meme where it's, like, Kanye, and he's, like, smiling, and he's like,
yeah.
If you fuck up your jaw, your face muscles kind of just do that. I fucked up my jaw, and, like, I just started doing that unintentionally, and people would tell me that I was doing that, and I was like, oh, it's because my jaw. I'm trying to, like, hold my face up with the front of my jaw. But so I'd be rapping from the front of my shit around. But basically, like, my recording process is, like, it's simple. I don't really get I prefer not recording with a lot of people, but if I do have to record with a lot of people, I've done it many times. It's more so it's just easy for me to be focused, and I like when people are like focused and serious about it. I've definitely had my moments where like I be fucking around having too much fun in the studio, but I end up not getting shit done, so I had to stop doing that. I like to be serious and not too serious. Like I still want to have fun because you don't want to be in a space where you start treating music like a job.
True.
Even when you're trying to make it your job, because then it takes the fun out of it. Part of it, you have to kind of enjoy it to get that full passion. But my recording process is simple. I just be recording. It just depends on the song. Certain songs I can record in one take. Like there's a song on my album, The Dark Night. I did that entire third verse in one take. I've done a lot of shit in like one take, but there's certain things because I like to do things in one take just because it makes me feel good about it. But like certain things have to do it in multiple. But just depends on the song, to be honest. It's more so my creative process is more so switched up with writing, because like certain songs I can write a whole song in like an hour or two, And then other shit, it will take me like some months to like figure out what I actually want to say and like how I want to say it. But sometimes you just be overthinking it and you just gotta like do it. I saw a DMX video and he was talking about like writing and shit. And he was like, stop trying to be so fucking lyrical and shit. Just the first thing that comes to you, that's it. Just write. And you can go back and change it after. That's what I also had to remember. I'm like, 'cause I am a perfectionist, but, people can be a perfectionist to a fault to the point where they just don't do anything because they're so in their head about it and thinking too much. Like, stop thinking. Just do it and just feel it out. And you could come back to it and fix it if it's like not exactly what you want it to be. Because I go back. Revisions are important and shit. So, yeah.
Do you battle yourself a lot?
Battle?
Yeah, mentally.
What do you mean by that? Like rap battling myself?
No, not rap battling. Like just like you said with perfecting a song or your writing or anything like. Do you battle a lot with yourself?
Yeah, because I think a lot of artists are somewhat at war, like at war with themselves. The creative process is really chaotic for a lot of people. To a certain extent, but I feel not as much because like I've been doing it for so long. Also, I feel really good about my music. I'm very confident in it. I've never really there's just points where I don't be wanting to deal with like the world and shit.
Right.
But it's like my music and stuff. I always feel good about it. There's certain not every. It's more so like when you're trying to make a song that's like difficult, and then I be in the moment like, damn, could I really do this? But once I get it done, like, fuck yeah, nigga, I can do that shit. So sort of, but I feel so good about it. I've been doing it so long that it's more so kind of, but not really. Like by the time, I'm really confident in my abilities. I believe I can do anything, and I'm only like scratching the I've still really only scratching the surface of my abilities. I'm like really trying to tap into my full unicorn power this year.
Unicorn power?
Yeah, like a creative unicorn. This waitress once told me I was a unicorn.
What? How did that come up in conversation?
My dad's friends with like a lot of like people, and he's just like he goes to lots of restaurants. He frequents a lot of different waiters or waitresses and such, and he always shows people my music. And she was like, "Oh, your dad showed me my music. You're really like a unicorn." But it means a unicorn. Like I'll give you an example. Like Andre 3000.
Yeah.
People will call him like a unicorn just because he's real versatile. That's really what it means. It means you're just super versatile.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I just like the way it sounds.
Shoot, Andre go crazy.
Andre is definitely a unicorn.
Do you have a lot of unreleased music?
I have a fucking ton of unreleased music that I just be forgetting about because I just be making all types of shit. Like I have my EP, right? That's like, I'll tell you, my EP right now is only 5 songs. If I decide to. For a release date, I will tell you because I was silent on the release date. I was like, because also when I drop is like a lot of time people just start dropping out of nowhere. I'm just like, bro, but no, it's okay. But like I was going to release either February 5th, which is my half birthday, or Valentine's Day, because there's like lots of, that's a very much like the theme of the EP is like love and shit. And so I'm coming in the summer.
The summer?
Yeah, because I'm also working on a lot of clothes, and so I want to have a lot more coming around with it, especially since the EP is like, it's shorter, but also when I did clothes last year, I made like some pretty good money, and I'll admit I didn't put as full effort as I could have and should have. And so that's one thing I wanted to change this year, and I want to do a lot more clothes because I have a lot of designs that I'm waiting on right now, actually, that I'll start showing like within the next few days. So maybe before this pod is actually out, you guys might see some. But so that's another thing I didn't even speak on that that's one of the reasons I've delayed it is because I want to do a bunch of clothes, but and just a bunch of other shit to create more of a better marketing plan than me just putting my shit out there. But like unreleased shit, I can send you some shit, bro. Like I got like a whole like demo album on my phone of just shit. Cause I was just, you know, after I finished my album, I just started trying a bunch of shit. Like I had already was just making miscellaneous music as I was making my album.
Yeah.
My last album I put out last year, Miracle Baby and shit. If y'all haven't heard, y'all should check it out, cause you know, shit go hard or whatever. But so yeah, I was, you know, I was working on a lot of music and shit, and then yeah, I have a lot of music. I have songs out the ass that I have. Like, I'll just be like, and I be finding shit that's old as fuck too. Like, just going through my phone, it'd be funny because I'll just be, I wanna. One day I'm gonna put like a whole like shit of like my growth from even like the shit that's not that good, and like I just want people to hear the growth because I think it would be inspiring for artists. Like, you know, I think artists get discouraged easily because a lot of artists are HSP, highly sensitive people. And you know,
Facts.
like it's easy to get discouraged, especially in the social climate we live in. People are constantly like trying to bring you down, or you know what I'm saying. So I want to show people my growth in that aspect.
Yeah, you have a very interesting way of looking at life. I was about to say, do you ever think about vlogging or, you know what I'm saying, recording your journey and shit? Because I feel like the studio sessions, like when you really like fuck with a song, jumping up and like Travis. You seen the Travis documentary, right?
Yeah.
Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? That was in a little beach house and they went crazy.
I be getting into it. And especially like once I'm really feeling it. Certain people I'm a little bit more reserved around. But also different people just bring out different sides of me or different energies. It kind of just depends on who you are and how you approach me. But like and how I feel towards you. But yeah, I've thought about it. I've thought about doing a lot of YouTube shit before because I feel like I also underutilize my sense of humor. I feel like I'm pretty funny.
Type shit.
People always tell me I'm funny, but I be like kind of in public real serious and stoic. But it's almost like that's one aspect of myself and the way I present myself. I feel like it's slightly inauthentic. Not that it's not authentic. It's more so just only show it. It is authentic. I'm just not always showing my full range of personality. But I feel like people who know me know that, you know, I'm not really that serious all the time.
Yeah, shit, I understand, man. Just giving the people a deeper look, you know what I'm saying, on what you do and how your creative process is, because a lot of artists don't. I'm not saying you gotta show us your life, but you know what I'm saying, kind of show, you know what I'm saying.
People like to get to know you.
Yeah, man. Connect with your community. How do you connect with your community?
I need
you
to
got
get
bro,
better
you
at
bro,
that.
the fucking podcast clip, bro. You got people. You got niggas.
Yeah, people listen to me, and I be forgetting. I'll be like, oh yeah, people actually care about what I say.
What?
Like people, there was a lot of people who told me they listened to like the whole thing. I'm like, damn, you listened to the whole thing?
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't even listen to the whole thing. Well, it's because it was me. But like,
Yeah.
but
Hearing your own voice is kind of. I ain't gonna.
I don't
lie.
like listening to myself. Like I listen to my own music, but usually it's music that's unreleased. Like once I put some shit out, I kind of move on from it. I do listen to it sometimes, like to go back to it, but I usually am listening to like new shit that is unreleased because, you know, by the time I put it out, I've listened to it so many fucking times that I'm kind of ready to move on from it. But like, yeah. What were we talking about again?
No, we was just talking about. I think we was talking about because I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the shit too. Goddamn, we went from goddamn.
Oh, you said I got people or something.
Yeah, nah, you got a whole audience. How do you connect with the community? Because you put a lot of information on Instagram. You know, if it's just something that you like, you know,
Yeah.
an artist, some information. So how are you connecting with your community to keep it up? Because you got the pool for it.
Thank you.
They fucking with you. We fuck with you. So it's like shit.
Well, thank you.
Some people don't know how to connect with the people that's supporting them.
I think I could even be doing a lot better with that, to be honest, because I be kind of isolated. I intentionally isolated myself to make my album because I get easily distracted, and that's so I wanted to be really focused. But then I got so used to that it became my new norm, and so that's mainly what I'm trying to get out of because I think I could be a lot more interactive and more active. But I don't know. I feel like I know how to connect with people because I'm very human with the way that I present myself. I'm not ever trying to. I think people just recognize that I'm not really trying to sell them something. I mean, in a certain extent, I am trying to sell you something. Like, if you want to buy some clothes or if you would like to buy my album, I would appreciate it because I own it and I would get the majority of the profits from it. But I make the most money from the music when people buy it. But you know, people don't be buying music like that anymore. But a good amount of people did buy my shit, so I was appreciative of that. But you know, I don't know. I think I'm just very much myself. I understand my niches and the communities that I can connect with. Like, I'm a nerd, so I know how to connect with nerdy people. I like clothes and shit. It's not like I'm a super fashion type person, but I don't know. I know how to hold a conversation about pretty much anything. I'd like to interact with pretty much everyone that supports me. I do my best to like actually develop a relationship with everybody I can. Not like I'm gonna be fucking like best friends or buddy with everybody, you know what I mean? But like I actually, you know, try my best to connect with people, actually conversate with them instead of just trying to, because I do have my moments where it's a bit, I can be a bit not like acting above people. I don't feel like I do that, but in the sense of, I think all artists be acting like celebrities and shit when they're not. And I'm just kind of arrogant and narcissistic, so I kind of do that too sometimes because I think it's funny. But niggas be doing that like serious. So like I be doing it, I think it's funny. But like some people take it serious because I take my jokes too far. But
I feel you.
but like I don't know, I just know how to connect with people. I don't know how to explain how I know how to connect with people. I just think I understand human psychology and emotions, and I think I have a deep understanding of what it means to be human, and I think I know what people want to hear and shit. Because I think like a lot of like not everything that I be wanting to hear will say, but I think I offer people something that's missing, and that's why people like me.
Shit. You definitely got the goddamn mouthpiece for it, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we like to provide information. So, you know what I'm saying? You're a very, where you are now is very different to where you were before. So, for a artist that is, you know what I'm saying, been rapping in the bedroom, sending to SoundCloud, sending to DistroKid, just sending to, you know what I'm saying, all the major platforms or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're in the bedroom, but you've actually done shows. You've actually went out and performed your music.
Yeah.
So can you tell us, you know what I'm saying, how that experience was and how, you know what I'm saying, because some people got stage fright, things of that nature. So just tell us about that portion of.
That's a really great question. I love to perform. I definitely get straight stage fright because it's super uncomfortable at first.
Facts.
The number one most common fear is public speaking. And this is like you're publicly not just speaking, you're fucking singing and rapping, and not just someone else's shit, your own shit. You're being like emotionally naked in front of people to a certain extent, unless you're like, a lot of artists are really guarded with the way they present themselves, but I'm not. And so, I mean, to a certain extent, it's not like all my songs are super vulnerable, but you know what I mean. But you know, I think the whole thing with stage fright is that it's very natural and it's very normal. And I don't think any artist should feel bad about that because what you're doing is not normal. Getting in front of people and singing is not normal just because we've been kind of desensitized to it because of social media. Everybody wants to do music and shit now. It's still not normal. Like, you know, if you have like a talent, bro, you can sing or you can rap or you have that thing you can get in front of people regardless of who you are, how far you go with it. Like, you doing it, bro, like, you know, performing, like, you should feel good about that because, you know, a lot of people won't even speak on anything. And so I would say with like stage fright, you just have to like walk through it. That's really the thing with fear in general, because it's, you know, bravery is not the absence of fear, it's being afraid and doing it anyway.
Shit. You and these damn quotes. Fuck you getting these damn quotes from, man?
I read a lot.
Shit, I need to start reading. Well, shit, like I said, you got a fucking mouthpiece, but nobody can just get on a stage, you know what I'm saying? Some people are just like, damn, I got the music, but I don't know where to go. How did you find your way up on the stage? You start with open mics? Did you know somebody and performed at a show?
I'm blessed with connections and lots of aspects of life and that I still underutilize, to be honest. There's a lot more that I could be doing and that I'm about to start doing that I could have been doing, but I was kind of getting in my own way. That's another my other advice to artists: stop getting your own way and don't play with your own potential, because the only person that can really stop you is you. The companies will try to, your family, if they're not supportive. Certain families are very supportive, some aren't. They'll try to tell you what you should be doing with your life. But the only people especially if you're an adult, like 18 and up, what society considers an adult, like no one can really stop you from doing anything but yourself. So just do it.
Just do it.
Like Nike said.
Just do it. Shit, yo, when you doing the goddamn thing, man, you talking about clothes. So
yeah.
Are you? How much shit are you into, bro? Because I feel like you're in clothes, you're in music. Do you produce?
I know how to produce because I learned how to do shit on FL Studio. I don't know like everything about producing like you or like Michael or some shit, but like Michael's like he's a super producer. I would like to take the time out just to acknowledge that for a second. Right. Thank you, Michael, for always allowing me to be myself and shit. But I don't want to produce to a certain extent just because I don't like staring at screens and shit. I could produce if I really took the time to be honest. I would be really good at it. And when I do make music, I think it's like Michael told me last time we did some shit, especially with the samples. He was like, yo, you the director, bro. Like, he didn't know what to do with it. I had to basically because I'd be picking some difficult ass samples. I know his ass get kind of a little bit annoyed or frustrated because I'd be trying to push people. So but I expect to be pushed too. He does push me, and I get annoyed with it sometimes, but not until the point of oh, bro, leave me the fuck alone. No, it's more just fine. You know what I'm saying? But like a good type of push type thing. I feel like you need people around you that push you because it's easy to become complacent. Especially me, because I'm not easily satisfied at all, but I also don't really care. So, I don't actually care about being famous or rich. I just do this shit because I can.
It's the best way to do it, bro. Once you start, chasing money and fame, shit starts to be a job, my boy.
Yeah, I'm still I'm not chasing it, I'm just pursuing it. Because I think chasing anything is just running from you. When you have to chase something, it's because it's running from you.
There you go with another fucking quote.
I made that one up. I didn't read that one.
Hey, bro, I feel you. Shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Once you get all the accolades, once you get, money coming through, a lot of people use rap to get to
as a hustle.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't really care about rap. It's a hustle. That's the one thing about where rap is at that has me kind of turned off by it.
But another thing is, like you just said, you don't get a lot of money in rap. So the people that have a passion for it, you know what I'm saying, they usually
depends on how you position yourself business-wise. I should say there's not people getting money because there's a certain sense of false narrative. And I don't want to bear false witness. But in terms of, it just depends. A lot of shit, this isn't what it looks like. A lot of people don't understand money or how money works. They see the word net worth, and they think that's about the amount of money someone has in their bank account, which that's not what it is at all. It just means all your assets combined. For, I inherit land from my dad and my grandpa. It's 20 acres. We were trying to, I won't get too deep into it, but I could say I have a net worth much larger than my bank account based on my assets.
Right.
So a lot of people don't understand money in that aspect. So that's why I say that aspect of shit is deceptive. But a lot of artists really do be broke, especially during the pandemic. It showed. But
shit, the pandemic, people that are based off of shows.
Most of the money in music, especially for side artists that don't own their music, is in shows. That's where the real money in music really is in shows. So.
Right.
There's money in music. I'm not going to say there's not money in music because that's not entirely true. But, not the way people think. Even with being a doctor, lots of doctors are broke.
Right.
Because they have to pay $70,000 to $100,000 in liability insurance.
Hell no. Hell no.
And then there's all types of shit that goes into their rent. That's why lots of doctors be fucking people over.
Yeah,
it's not just music. So a business gives society kind of has a false perception of a lot of things.
Not fucking wrong. Where do you see yourself after rap? After, you know what I'm saying, your main, where you're at the pinnacle of rap, you know what I'm saying? Are you going to go the Jay-Z route? You know what I'm saying? He raps here and there, but, you know, he has other businesses, Super Bowl, you know, does things of that nature. So where do you see yourself after rap?
I'm starting to get really into film. My cousin is a director. He just directed a movie with Jasmine Guy. I don't know if you've heard of her. She's pretty famous. But, like, he's done a lot of movies and shows. He's a talent animator, and he lives in Atlanta, and he knows a lot of people. That's what I was saying with, like, I underutilize my connections, and that's an example of that. And so, like, I wanted to really get into film. Like I said in the last pod, that, like, I wanted, like, my music, like, my albums to feel like a movie. Like, my EP, I want to make a short film to it, actually. I really do want to make a short film to that. I think it would be fire. And I actually talked to my cousin about, like, making album movies. He told me he'd teach me how to direct and everything I wanted to learn about film. When I was younger, I always really wanted to be an actor. Film, I have just as big as a passion in film, acting and shit, as I do for music. I just wasn't as confident in that because I felt more music. I think I was just more comfortable in expressing myself in that space, and it was easy for me to be free versus like acting. I felt more limited by what other people would have me do, and if I were to act, I'd want to be more open with, like, what I would choose to do. But I want to build, like, an entertainment conglomerate, like the Black Disney. And so, like, I want to, like, have, like, a bunch of music shit and film shit and, like, fucking theme park. I have ideas for festivals. I have a fire idea for a festival, and I'll tell you about it after the pod because people will be stealing ideas and shit.
I got you.
But especially businessmen. I could get into how much shit in this city is stolen from my dad. I could, like, burn this shit to the ground and it would be completely justified. But that's a whole different conversation. We could have a whole pod about that alone. But so basically I see myself as, like, because I don't actually have an intention to do music forever. I mean, in a certain extent I do, like with like what you said with, like, Jay-Z, like, he raps, like, when he wants to. That's like my goal. So, like, I only care to make, I have my first like, I have my next 3 albums. I know exactly what they're called. I know conceptually what I want to do with them. I have a general idea of what I want to do with them musically. I have a general idea of when I would want to put them out, like a range of time for each project, because I know it. But I don't really care to do music after those projects, to be honest. Like, I want to do a bunch of collab shit with people, like, a lot, because there's, like, I feel like I really, really, really like to collaborate with people, because for one sense, it takes a lot of the work and pressure off of me individually, and then also I just enjoy working with people. It's fun to get different vibes and synergies, and I get different vibes from with different people. But in general, where I see myself, my overall goal, like I just said, Black Disney vibes.
Shit, you got some big things on the fucking way.
Yes, sir. It's going to take time, but, I'm 21. I have time. That's the other thing. Lots of people, like, we're really young, and I think lots of young people get discouraged easily. A lot of young people are, like, depressed and shit. I be getting depressed, too, like, so I understand or whatever. But I totally understand. But, can't stay down. Got to keep it pushing. You have to keep moving forward at the end of the day. 'Cause like I said, nobody can stop you but you.
You right. I don't know, bro. That whole thing about time, bro. I was real bad about that, bro. Because when like social media, bro. Until you utilize social media for what it's meant for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of just scrolling all the time, bro. I would see people younger than me. You know what I'm saying? Having quadruple what the fuck I got.
Them young niggas on social media and shit. If y'all hear this at some point, keep doing y'all thing, because, that's smart. Get your money, bro.
It's facts, but I believe, like, whenever your time comes, bro, that was meant for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody at 19,
Yeah.
I'm 22.
I see what you mean.
Somebody at 19, you know what I'm saying, has a fucking record deal or whatever. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Doesn't mean shit. I shouldn't. I'm happy for him, but I shouldn't equate that to me. It's like, damn, I'm not doing enough.
You shouldn't equate what other people are accomplishing based on your own experience, because everybody has their own journey at the end of the day. And, you know, people can get some shit at a young age. To be honest, depending on like the platform, most people that in general that get famous too young don't last. Most of them.
Right. And they only
got like Lil Wayne, who blew up when he was like 15. Got Chris Brown, he was like 15. You know, there's not a lot though.
I mean, I'm just
some
saying,
niggas are just ultra talented though.
I'm just saying our generation though. Now
our generation,
like there's a lot of young people.
Well, yeah, because like the internet and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Like different social media, like whatever it's TikTok or YouTube or Twitch or. Yeah, I think part of the only thing that I think is kind of negative is that it's difficult to stand out because how oversaturated everything is with everything. But like, you know, that's why it's important to figure out what makes you an individual and really do that soul searching. I've done a lot of deep soul searching within myself. So that's probably why I also have a high understanding of self or comfort with self.
Hey man, do what you love, bro.
That's it. Just do what makes you happy. Do what you love. Follow your heart and fuck what anybody got to say about it, because it's your life, not theirs.
You only got one, too.
Yeah, and comparison is the killer of happiness. I don't know if that's the correct phrase, but I'm going to use it for this specifically. Comparing yourself to others is fucking pointless, because they're not you and they can't provide what you can, and you can't provide what they can. Allow people to be them and be individual. And, you know, enough of the I'm beating a dead horse when I say this, but, you know, enough of the copy and paste shit. You know, it's time to be human. It's, you know, all that projection of, you know, a false image is not human, and it's killing the culture and the art form. And, you know, I'm not standing for it. Somebody has to not stand for it. I'm not here to kiss anybody's ass to be liked. A lot of people have never felt accepted before, so they feel like they have to do shit to fit in or be liked or, you know, kiss ass. I'm not kiss ass. I don't care about being liked. So, and people like me anyway. And, you know, I feel like people will respect my truth. And if they don't, fuck them. I don't care. You don't have to be a part of my journey. I don't need everybody.
Not goddamn wrong. Yeah, not goddamn wrong, man. Some people are just too scared to even put their ideas out there because they're fearful of what other people will think. Like the comment sections, bro. I on my journey of trying to, you know, venturing out to try to be you know what I'm saying, show my talents as a DJ on social media, brother. I didn't know there was so much hate in the DJ community, bro. It's hate everywhere, but I wasn't focused on it because I'm just now trying to create content.
That's pretty surprising to me out of all things. I mean, it's not that surprising because it's the internet, but I'm just like, really, the DJ? Why?
It's just, you know, some people are like, you know, that's not even real DJing. They can say that about anything. That's not even the way you rap is not good. It's not different. It's like everybody. There's always gonna be a hater somewhere, bro. And it really doesn't fucking matter. They can't really affect you, bro. You can't let the internet have any emotional effect on you because you don't know these niggas, bro.
I had to stop because I would go too far, but I love to argue on the internet, and I love it when people because I'm not really mad. I just like it when people think I'm mad, and then I like to make them mad. Right. Because it's funny. It's right. Like, because you would never speak to me like this in person. And to be honest, I probably wouldn't speak to you that's not entirely true. People who know me know for a while, depending on who you are, I've had my disrespectful moments. I can be pretty loose-lipped if I really want to be. I don't really always care. Just depends on who you are. Certain people I'm more delicate with my words with others.
Tight shit. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. This has been a fucking great episode, Raph. Once again, I appreciate you for coming.
Appreciate you for having me, bro.
Hey, bro, no problem, bro. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I asked some questions different from, you know, your counterparts of you who's interviewed you. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, you have got. We were able to get pretty deep with it.
Hey man, I'm trying my best, you know what I'm saying? Usually I got jobs to bounce off of, but you know, trying to do it solo, you know what I'm saying? It really helps me develop, you know what I'm saying, my interviewer person thing. So look,
Your
man, we
skill
working.
set.
Yeah, we working on it, bro. But look, man, y'all know who I am. Q got me dead on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Q got me dead on Twitch. I'm gonna start streaming again. Oh, hit up my fucking DJ page, you know what I'm saying? DJ XIX77. If people don't know what XIX77 is XIX is basically 19 Roman numerals, and 77 is basically 1977, right? Right. Because my pop's birth year. There we go. For the people that's confused, but y'all know where to reach me, man.
They say hip hop was established in oh man, that's not true. I think they say 73 or 77, but that when they started throwing the first hip hop party. But you know, I'll have to look. I think it was 73. Never mind.
Hey man, the more you fucking know, but Rap, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Plug yourself. Anything you got going on, man.
Well, I appreciate y'all for having me and listening to me. My socials is the same everywhere. Raphael Brooks II, RAPHAEL BROOKSII. Fuck with me on Instagram. This is where I'm most active. Y'all can fuck with me on Twitter too. I'm becoming more active on there. Fuck with me on YouTube. Raphael Brooks II. Apple Music. Raphael Brooks II. Fuck with my album Miracle Baby. It's my miracle baby. I'm very proud of it. Did go with that. I got some new things coming this year. Have a lot of big things. Follow my clothing page, Raphael Brooks II Clothing. You know, on Instagram. I'm launching a website soon, and the designs are coming. New music is coming. I was gonna put it out a bit earlier, but I'm gonna hold off till the summer. But I might put out some collabs or features before then, so look out for that. And you know, keep your eyes peeled because I'm coming.
Hey man, y'all stay tapped in, bro. We're gonna be following Raphael's journey, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whether if it's a year from now, 5 years from now, you know what I'm saying? Come back to another podcast, see where he's at, cause you know what I'm saying? He's on the rise. He has accolades. He doesn't say them because he doesn't need to, but he's done some shit. You feel me? So you know we gotta support each other. You know what I'm saying? Especially in our own community. You know what I'm saying? Especially Dallas, cause people don't know that Dallas got some shit. We just don't really put it out there. We go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And
we have to create our own.
Yeah, we gotta create
empire
our own.
here.
What? I don't see a lot of shit in Dallas, but you know what I'm saying? We can be the start. You feel me? So
yeah.
Like I said, bro, thank y'all for listening, bro. This has been Idiots with Keyboards. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace.